Okay, let's see what's going on, my loves, in this crazy little thing called love. Let's see what's going on with you and your masculine. Okay, we have calling the storm. One more. Let's see if we get just a little bit clear what's going on. All right. Anxiety. All right, somebody's feeling some kind of anxiety in this relationship. This is a twin flame relationship. Reading. Okay, so we have a 9, which is 1 and an 8, and a 3, which is a 12. It's a 3. What is going on here with this divine couple? 5 of Swords. It's about a lack of I want to say competition, which it is, because that's kind of what the 5 of Swords is about. But this also feels like a lack of communication. Yeah, Ace of Swords. Somebody wants to think about something before they speak. Right. They don't want to bring this truth out too soon. Okay. What else? Yeah, 2 of Pentacles. So it's not either way. It's like I keep seeing these ships in the background. So I feel like something needs to be resolved. Let's see what this calling of the storm. I'm going to read out of the book on this one so we get a better idea. Because the moon here is like half and half. It's half illuminated and half dark. It's a 30. Wow, okay. Power comes not from the inside, but from connection and integration to a greater whole. A shaman woman wears an antler hat, dresses in crimson and brown, and holds her crow-headed staff to the storm. Autumn leaves spiral out of control around her as the whirlwind shakes the world. Pull and release, push to the limit. The eye is the only peaceful place that can be. There's time to find and release our power, like a spring that had been compressed to the point it had lost the memory of motion and movement. Yet, there's power inside it. Finding it is called empowerment. It starts from the belief in our power, in our ability to cope, to fight, to endure, to overcome a challenge. However, too often we are encouraged to see empowerment as something that happens only within, in our psychological space. We're not necessarily islands. We can borrow the power of the world around, the context, the environment, the expectations. We do not control the storm, we just call it. To call the storm, we need not to fear it, and this is what will make us strong. After the storm, there's always sun. So if the sky has been gray for far too long, it's time not to fear the storm, but to embrace it. It will grow up and devour our chains and our jailers, and it will hurt us as well. But it will be healthier than just staring at the chilly rain. We can restart only after we let ourselves end. So there's some ending that needs to happen, but there's also anxiety within it. And so this, I feel like it's a masculine. I feel like this masculine doesn't want to come forward. There's things that he's trying to wrap up in his history before he brings this truth. Double on the bottom. Okay. Let's take that into consideration. What else? Okay, and then I just saw the Knight of Swords. And he doesn't want to come in too quickly, so he's holding himself back in a sense of his speech because things haven't been resolved completely yet. 5 and 3 is 8. We have 8 here. What is this? Right, the moon. There's still something hidden that he's keeping to himself, but it's also creating some anxiety within him. All right, so tell me more about this masculine, this twin flame dynamic. 2 of Swords. 2 and 3 is a 5. Yeah, there's some kind of relationship or relationships that he had to end. And he needs to do it secretly and silently so it doesn't cause issues in the future. And it doesn't come back to haunt him after he spills his truth about what he wants to say that he's been holding back. I also feel like this truth is going to be very calculated. He knows exactly what he's going to want to say, but it's going to have to come after the ending of this relationship. There it is. And this was actually, picked it up, it was in reverse. So it hasn't quite ended yet. Okay. And he recognizes that. I feel like it also took a while. Where's the King of Pentacles here? Yeah, see, this Knight is in the other direction. So there were things that he had to take care of before he could come forward. And it feels like he is now doing it rapidly. He was in very much of a hermit mode, quiet, introspective, contemplative, reflective. So he knows what he wants, even though he's carrying around this anxiety. Why else is he carrying this anxiety? Why else does the masculine carry this anxiety? We have 3 cards. Let's get 3 cards. Why is the masculine anxious? Okay, we have more than 3. It feels like when it's all done, she's not going to want it. That she took enough time to carry her own burden. That, this, my Queen of Swords is Lilith. Lilith does not take any shit. And 7 and 3 is 10. So we have 10, 10 here. That's his biggest fear, is that he carries this burden all the way to the finish line and she doesn't want it because of the past. Let's get clarification for that. Okay, I'm only taking cards that completely flip over. All right. Yeah, the 10 of Swords. It was in reverse, though. She doesn't want any more backstabbing. She doesn't want any more hurt. And there were so many things that were said in the past as well that really hurt her. So she has her sword up. She has her defenses up when it comes to, 8 of Swords. What's this? 8 of Pentacles. She's worked hard on herself to get to the point to move past all of this hurt with Judgment. She went through her awakening. So he's afraid she may not want him, this masculine. Right. So we have the world in a neutral position. So he's not sure when he comes in, after all his shenanigans, that she wants to complete this cycle with him and either move past it, because it's not either way. So let's see what would bring it upright for the masculine. So what would be the guidance for the masculine to bring it upright? And we have the Hierophant. So I feel like his relationship with God, his wisdom with the divine. Let's get clarification on that. What would bring this to a perfect close? Merging of the divine masculine and the divine feminine. Putting his pride behind him. Putting the lack of communication behind him. Getting out of this hermit mode where he's not speaking. Coming in with the Knight of Cups. And defending what he wants, this Two of Cups, Eight of Wands, because he wants it. But he has to defend it. He has to come in. And he may be coming in, defensive, but if that's what he wants, he's going to have to put the things that he's done in the past that he's very defensive about, he's going to have to put that aside because that's his pride. He knows what he did. She knows what he did. She doesn't want any more of it. And he knows that when he comes in, he's going to be very defensive about it. Right, so we have the Lovers in reverse with the Nine of Pentacles. He's going to be wondering, does she want to stay single? Is she single now? And very happy now in all ways within herself. Does she even want the relationship? And that's his biggest worry, is does she even want it? Right, Magician. Can they attain it? Ten of Pentacles. It's the whole enchilada. And we have the Magicians. We have 110. He wants this. Your divine masculine wants this. So the delay is more of an anxiety. Right? Yes. It's more of an anxiety. But he's also very obsessed. And I feel like a lot of his anxiety coming into this is that he's been secretly obsessed. He watches her, he's been so prideful, but he's been very quiet in the way he's done it because he has been prideful. We have Judgment again. So there's this awakening that has to go on with this masculine. He has to stop clinging to this secretive, all these illusions, maybe past behavior, whatever it is that he's fearing. He has to shed it. Just see. Yep, we have the High Priestess. Because your divine feminine already knows. She knows everything. You're not hiding from her. Star. She's connected to the Akashic. She's connected to the cosmos. She's connected to the higher realms through her heart chakra. And so she feels and knows everything. There's nothing that you can tell her that's going to push her away. She sees your highest potential. Pentacles. She's always seen it. She sees the fertility of your heart, not what you've done. The Emperor and the High Priestess. This is the ultimate couple right here. Because she is in her highest intuitive, conscious, subconscious merging in the 3D. Why is the Four of Cups here? I don't really understand why that too. Please tell me. Why is the Four of Cups here? Please let me know. Star again. Because she sees the masculine in his brightest light, not what his karmic patterns were. 4 and 5 is 9. I'm sorry. Yes. 4 and 5 is 9. So not what he lost, not what was in the physical that he didn't accomplish. And she was always so hopeful that she would have this chance to have her Two of Cups. And this person was also in a third-party relationship, this feminine. And that was a lot of the reasons why this relationship was in separation. Yeah, there was a third party, the Queen of Wands. And she's sneaky. This Queen of Wands is sneaky. She's all ego. Why is this Four of Swords here? This delay. He had to evolve away from this ego-based relationship into his higher spiritual self. And that is why he had to go through the ending of this karmic relationship that he had, was to elevate. I'm seeing this infinity symbol here. Was to become the true magician, the true manifestor. Now we have a 0 and a 1. So there was a lot in his past that he had to learn in order to get to this next level of being the magician. I want to say musician. Musician. Maybe your counterpart is a musician. Mine's a musician. Okay. What else wants to come out? All right, so that's going to be the end of it right there. Right, so we have an Ace of Cups. Oh, that was in a neutral position. Okay, so now we have the Ace of Cups. Two of Wands, Nine of Swords. This karmic relationship was not your Ace of Cups. And I feel like this masculine sees that now. 9 and 2 is 11. Because this Empress, this is a different Empress. She's lazy. She's almost like concrete. She didn't do much in her karmic relationship with your masculine. I feel like he was doing all of the work. Maybe he was the provider. But this seemed like a very lazy karmic relationship that he was in, and he needed to see it. 9 and 3 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. So that was the holdup with his true love. Okay, let's get some timelines. I haven't done those in a while. So I would say write these timelines down and then see what happens. So give us a good timeline for this new beginning, for this divine masculine and this divine feminine. Please, spirit guides, ascended masters of the highest purpose, give us some clarification of a timeline in the 3D. Why does it want to do it? All right, if it doesn't do it this time, it means not supposed to know. Okay. I tried. Okay, so it's going to be different for everybody anyway. I hope this resonated with you. Let's just pull one more of our romance cards for excitement and participation and anticipation. So for the ones watching, anticipation of their divine counterpart. Just one more card. Help us feel happy today. Okay, your person's at long distance, but they could be getting on a train. Language. So there might not be no communication, but it's long distance, but stay devoted. Train is coming. Don't leave the train station is what I just heard. All right. However many holy words you speak, what good will they do if you do not act upon them? Until I speak with you again, I hope you have a wonderful day. Please take care of you and the ones you love. Namaste.